Technical difficulties. Okay, so factor the polynomial completely. Alright, so we're going to try to make this look like a quadratic. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to say x is equal to a squared. And so we're going to say x squared then. If I square, if I say this is squared, then this becomes a to the fourth, right? So I'm going to say then 7x plus 6, and I recognize this as a quadratic. It used to be quartic, but now we've made it into a quadratic. So quartic meaning that I have a 4 there. Anyway, so now I think to myself, oh, I got the a times c, that's 6. Factors of 6 that add up to 7. I can do that. That's 1 and 6. So let me factor this out. Maybe I could just spot it, but I'll do it this way anyway. I was going to just try to spot it, but anyway, we'll be fine. We'll say, I think I'll put the 1x first, and then I'll put the 6x, and then I'll put the 6. And I hope you agree with me that 7x is the same thing as 1x plus 6x, right? So I just replaced the 7x with that, but I hope you agree. And then I say, hey, guess what? I can take an x out of both of those, and I get x plus 1. And I say, I can take a 6 out of both of those, and I can say 6 times x plus 1. And I say to myself, I've got x plus 1 in 2 places, so one of my factors is x plus 1. And the other one is the leftover. Let me do it like this. The leftover, and the leftovers are x plus 6. Okay, so I just factored, and now I can substitute back in, and I can say a squared instead of x plus 1, and I can't factor that anymore because I can't factor the sum of 2 squares. If it's the difference of 2 squares, if it was a squared minus 1, I could factor that, but I can't factor a squared plus 1. And then I say a squared here as well, plus 6. And by the way, if I multiply that out, if I FOIL that, or if I multiply the 2 binomials like I've been doing, I will get back to the original. This is the same thing as this, okay? So just so we're clear on that. And so I have completely factored it. If I could keep going, I would. For instance, if I had a squared minus 1, well, I can write that as a plus 1 times a minus 1. But when you make it a squared plus 1, and implied here is this is squared, I can't do anything with that. I'm going to get a middle term with whatever I try, so it's not going to happen. Okay, so that's that.